Chris Bloom, 979 Will. A couple things I just want to point out. I enjoyed the presentation. It got a little technical in spot, talking about acre feet, things don't really know. And all the pipe diameters were in inches. And just so everybody has a concept, we're talking about 8 feet of pipe. You're basically building a tunnel underneath the street. So the tunnel concept, it's a big project, but you're talking about a mega project anyway, if you're talking about all those 8-foot pipes. Also, I was curious, when did the tunnel idea come up? This is the first time I've heard about it. I know this has been an issue for the last couple of years, and Go East makes sense. I'm just wondering if this is the first time that's been addressed or if this was in the prior studies. And then also, for the engineering people as well, do you have any recent examples of recent projects like this, or a municipality along Lake Michigan successfully getting the permits to do this, or shifting a watershed away from Lake Michigan to where it goes towards Lake Michigan, and if we could piggyback on any of their experiences.
Great, thank you, Chris. Good questions.
Very good questions. I'm not aware of any other community along Lake Michigan that has tried to divert water from water where it's not going towards Lake Michigan now to Lake Michigan. The example of the tunneling project I showed you pictures of was actually down in Michigan City, Indiana, where they're trying to bring stormwater back to Lake Michigan, but it's water that naturally goes there now. They're trying to separate to a separate sewer project because too often they get combined sewers. So they're trying to the whole project was put a large diameter storm sewer feeding back into Lake Michigan through their canal. But I'm not aware of any other communities along Lake Michigan that have done this.
Okay.
What did the tunnel?
Sorry, Thomas. Thank you.
The
tunnel project. How did that kind of a brainstorm as to where the tunneling came?
Sure.
The combination, is that something fairly recent? I don't think we've seen that before.
Well, I mean, there's a couple of things in there about tunnel. Number one, I think you were alluding to the fact that if an 8-foot pipe is a tunnel. No question, it's very large. What I was referring to tunneling is where you actually stop from open up the road and putting in a large tunnel, storm sewer, versus when you do a drop shaft and push it through. That's what we really refer to tunneling. They're very large storm sewers. It's going to handle a very large amount of water, no question about it. What was the other question about?
When did the idea of a tunnel?
I think the first time I heard about it was from Professor Downing a year ago? Probably a year ago. Was the very first time. When we started looking at the cost for 10-year improvements, when we were first charged with that, I didn't think it made sense. When we started looking at 25, 15, 100 year, we reconsidered it, and it made a lot more sense then. So that was the first time I had heard about it, probably about a year ago.